Hello students, we were discussing about event. What is an event? Any subset of the sample space is called an event, right? Any subset of the sample space is called an event. Let us see what are the events in a sample space. Suppose you will take an example like let us toss two coins at a time, right? Then the sample space is S, which is equal to head, tail, head, tail, right? This is the sample space, right? We will take different description of event. And here it is event, right? We will write it in set. Yes. Number 1, nothing will occur. Neither head nor tail will occur. Neither head or tail occurs. Yes, it will be, suppose our event, it is a null set. Yes, it is null set. Number 2, one head occurs. It is, suppose B, it is head tail or tail head. Number 3, two heads will occur. Two heads occur. It is C, suppose two heads. It is head, right? Number 4, at least one head. At least one head. Yes, it will be, suppose D, it is head, tail, head. At least one. At most one head. At most one head. E, suppose it will be, yes, tail, head, tail, right? At most one head. Or it is also at least one tail. You can say at least one tail. Is this okay? Number 6, two tails. It is EF, suppose it is tail, right? You can say exactly one head. EFG. Exactly one head. Head, tail, head. Yes. These are the several events your sample space. Yes, 8. No restriction in the event. No restriction. Means your event A, F, G, H, I, J, suppose J is your sample space. It is the sample space. S, head, tail, head, tail. No restriction. If you will not put any restriction on the event, then it is this. You see, neither head or tail will occur. That means this is not possible. This is null set. Yes. One head will occur. The event will be what? Suppose one is interested. If one head will occur in tossing two coins, if one head will occur, exactly one head, we have given it. Yes, one head occurs. Both are same. Both are same, right? Exactly one head occurs. It is this -7. Or someone may say that head in the first coin. Head in first coin. It will be what? Say J. It will be head, tail. Right? These are the cases. Accordingly, your event will vary. But in all cases, you see, this is a subset of the sample space. In all cases, the events are subsets of the sample space. So, in any event must be a subset of the sample space. Yes. Now, yes, you see two heads occur. This is the only one case. Two tails. This is the only one case. At least one head. This is the case. Head tail here. It may be head tail, or it may be tail head, or it may be head and head. Similarly, at most one head, this, or at least one tail, it is this. So this is the way we will determine the event. Now let us discuss another thing, that is occurrence of an event, right? Occurrence of an event. Occurrence of an event. What do we mean by occurrence of an event? Yes, an event occurs means, suppose let E be an event and is the exact outcome of an experiment. Then if this belongs to E, we say E occurs. If omega does not belong to the event, we say E does not occur. Right? Suppose you are tossing two coins. Consider this case. At least one head is this case 4, where HH, HT, TH, this is the event. That means one says that if at least one head will occur, then I will win. So when he will win, or when his or her event will occur, if any one of these three will occur. That means you are tossing two coins. If head occur, will occur, then the event occurs. If head tail occurs, then also the event occurs. If tail head occurs, then only the event occurs. But if tail will occur, then your event D does not occur. We say that D does not occur. That means the occurrence of the experiment, exact result of an experiment, if the exact result of an experiment belongs to our event, then we say that the event occurs. The event occurs. While we are tossing a coin, suppose I will take the event H, head. If head will occur, then I will win. If head will occur, then I will win. So my event occurs when head falls. And my event does not occur. That means I will not win if head will not occur. So this is the way. If the occurrence or the outcome of your experiment belong to your event, then we say that the event occurs. If it does not belong to your event, then your event does not occur. So this is about occurrence or non-occurrence of an event. Yes, it is about occurrence or non-occurrence of an event. And you see, from these events, you may see that there are several different types of events. You see, this is null set. There are different types of events, and yes, it has a single element, it has two elements, it has three elements, it has one element, it has four elements. So there are different types of events. Anyway, so let us discuss about those types of events, right? Types of events. Yes, types of events. Simple event number one. Simple, suppose you say impossible event. Impossible event. Yes. Let S be the sample space. Then null set is called an impossible event. It is an impossible event. Why? It does not occur. If you are performing an experiment, there is some outcome. There must be an outcome. If you are performing a statistical experiment, then if you throw a die or toss a coin or anything, whatever experiment you may do, the statistical experiment, something must happen. So null set means nothing happens. This is impossible. So that is why it is called impossible event. Then sure event. What is sure event? Yes, the sample space S itself is called the sure event. Yes. Suppose you are tossing a coin, either head will fall or tail will fall. If I say that if any one will occur, that means if head will occur or tail will occur, then I will win. That means I will must win. There is no need of tossing the coin. If you toss a coin, either head will occur or tail will occur. Either head will fall or tail will fall. So if I say that if head or tail will occur, then I will win. That means I will sure win the game. I will win the game surely. Why? Because it will must happen. Because nothing is there except head and tail. So either head will fall or tail will fall. So I will must win. That is why it is called sure event. Sure event. Then number 3, simple event. Simple event or elementary events. Yes, the event containing exactly one sample point. Exactly one sample point is called simple event. Simple event. Yes. Exactly one sample point. Suppose in the last example, suppose in throwing a die, in throwing a die, S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So suppose I will take X, that is say 3, Y, this is say 6, are simple events, because they contain only one element, right? These are all simple events, right? Then we'll go to yes, compound events. Number 4, compound events. Compound events. Events containing more than one sample point are called compound events. Yes, we have already seen some events containing more than one element. Those are compound events, right? Now let us discuss about algebra of events, right? Yes, I will wipe out this. Yes, algebra of events. Events are what? These are the subset of the sample space. Then algebra of events. Algebra of events. Yes, if S is a sample space, if S is the sample space of an experiment, and A and B be any two events. Then what we conclude? That A is a subset of S and B is also a subset of S. From set theory we know that thus A union B, A intersection B, A difference B, A symmetric difference B, and A complementary event. Yes, A complement or the sample space difference A are also events. This is called algebra. In set algebra we know that if A and B are any two sets, then A union B, A intersection B, A difference B, A symmetric difference B, A complement is what? The sample space difference A. That means not occurrence of A, right? Complement event. These are all algebra of sets. Yes, are also events. These are all also events, right? Say yes. Let us discuss one example. Suppose, say, in throwing a die, the sample space S is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Suppose let A be the event that a multiple of 3 occurs. B be the event that an even number occurs. Right? Then A is equal what? Then A is equal to, yes, A be the event that a multiple of 3 occurs. Yes, S is what? First write down S here. Yes, S here. S is the sample space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and A is what? Yes, multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 means it is 3 and 6 only. B be the event that, yes, an even number occurs. What are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6. Yes. This is A, B. Now what is A union B? Now A union B. Yes. This is a subset of S. This is also a subset of S. Now A union B. It is 2, 3, 4, 6. You see, this is also a subset of S. 2, 3, 4, 6. That means is the event of occurrence a multiple of 2 or 3. Right? It is A union B. It is an event. Then what is A intersection B? Yes, A intersection B, it is, you see, 3, 6, 2, 4, 6. It is 6. This is also a subset of S. So this is also an event. What is that? This is the event of occurrence of a multiple of both 2 and 3. Yes, multiple of 2 and 3. Then A difference B. A difference B. In this way or like this, backslash. Yes, what is A difference B? It is 3. It is 3. This is also a subset of S. What is this? An event is the event of is the event of occurrence of a multiple of 3 only. That means which is exactly a multiple of 3, not 2. 3 only. So this is this. And what is asymmetric difference B? Asymmetric difference B means it is, what is B difference A then? B difference A is B difference A. 3, 6. So it is 2, 4. Yes. It is also a sample space. Multiple of 2 only. Multiple of 2 only. Then asymmetric difference B. Asymmetric difference B will be 2, 3, 4. A multiple of, it is also a subset of S. A multiple of only 2 or only 3. Right? And what is a complement? A complement. A complement, that is 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. That means which is not present in A. This is also a subset of S. You see, if A and B are any two events, then or B complement. What is B complement? Right? What is B complement? B complement will be 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. The set of odd numbers. Occurrence of an odd number. No. Suppose these are the events. So we have seen if A and B are any two events, then A union B, A difference B, B difference A, asymmetric difference B, A intersection B, A complement B, A complement, B complement, all are events. All are events, right? Exactly. Now let us discuss about mutually exclusive events. Yes, now it is time over. We will discuss about mutually exclusive and exhaustive events in the next lecture.